Mr. P. Rajiv, Honorable Minister for Industries, Law and Coir, Government of Kerala. Mr. Hanish Mohammed, IAS, Principal Secretary, Industries, Government of Kerala. Mr. N. Narendran, Executive Director, T-Board of India. Mr. Hemant Bangur, Chairman, ITA and CCTA. Vice President UPASI, Mr. Ajoy Tapaya. Secretary General UPASI, Mr. R. Sanjit. Distinguished guests, esteemed speakers, delegates, members of press and media, and esteemed tea fraternity, good afternoon to one and all. It is both a privilege and an honor to welcome you all to this closing session of the India International Tea Convention 2025. Over the past 2 days, we have come together under one roof to deliberate, to share, and to envision the future of tea, a beverage that is not only a cultural symbol, but also an economic driver, a heritage, and a livelihood for millions. India holds a unique position among the tea-producing and consuming nations of the world. We are not only the second largest producer of tea, but also one of its largest consumers. In India, tea is not more than just a drink. It is an integral part of daily life, a symbol of hospitality, and a unifying element across diverse cultures and regions. Our tea industry supports millions of livelihoods, from growers to skilled workers, from manufacturers and auctioneers to buyers and exporters. It contributes significantly to the economy and to our identity as a nation known for quality, diversity, and heritage. Indian teas, from its varied origins and peculiar characteristics, together form a mosaic that has captured global admiration. This diversity of flavor and terroir is truly unmatched. We concluded the 20th edition of the Golden Leaf India Awards Southern Tea Competition, Tiglia, where the best of South Indian teas compete for the honors. We would like to thank the members of the jury, Mr. Yaya Bayad, Mr. Kavi Seth, Mr. Anil Cook, Mr. Kurus Barucha, Mr. George Omuga, and Mr. Arnold Denham. We also concluded the first specialty tea competition, and we would like to thank the members of the jury, Mr. Sebastian Michaelis, Mr. Kurus Barucha, Ms. Shabnam Weber, Mr. Arnold Denham, and Mr. Iqbal Singh Sukracharya, who were kind enough to accept our invite and do the honors of judging the teas. In South India, the Anamles, the High Ranges, the Nilgiris, Travancore, Wayanad regions, and Karnataka have carved a distinct identity with teas that are prized for their bright liquors, brisk flavors, and exquisite aromas. South Indian CTC and Orthodox teas are especially cherished for their floral fragrance and clarity of cup. The Nilgiris frost teas, produced in the high altitude estates during the winters, are considered some of the finest specialty teas in the world. We also hosted India's first specialty tea competition to showcase the diversity and artisanal quality of India's finest teas. And the effort is to highlight and premiumize the best of Indian teas. The India International Tea Convention provides us a platform like no other. It allows us to bring together growers, traders, buyers, manufacturers, scientists, policymakers, exporters, and connoisseurs from across the globe. In this hall, we exchange not only knowledge but also aspirations. Gatherings like this strengthen India's place on the global tea map. They allow us to showcase the uniqueness of Indian teas, to highlight our innovations, and to forge lasting partnerships with international buyers and stakeholders. They're also a reminder that tea is just not a commodity, but a shared heritage, one that connects nations, cultures, and people. Over the past few days, we have witnessed enriching discussions and thought-provoking sessions on various aspects of tea, where we have had eminent speakers, captains of the tea industry from around the world and India, speaking on various topics involving different trade scenarios, evolving tea production models across the globe, international and domestic consumer insights, latest technologies and development in genetic engineering and carbon sequestration, regen agriculture, and carbon tool calculators, and the pathways to monetizing potential carbon credits for the tea industry, and finally sessions on value addition and branding, which clearly gives us a direction on the way forward to connect with the evolving younger generation who are looking at experiences where tea makes them look cool and connected, and which can increase their willingness to pay. The business session, Tea and Global Market Dynamics, brought together 5 global experts to examine the rapidly evolving dynamics shaping international tea trade. With geopolitical tensions, tariff realignment, climate disruptions, and shifting consumption patterns transforming how tea is produced, traded, and priced. This session provided delegates with actionable insights into navigating the new trade environment with the macro picture of the global tea. The takeaways were a deep dive into auction price discovery mechanisms, regional case studies from East Africa, Egypt, and Sri Lanka, strategic implications of tariffs, shipping costs and re-export economics, practical takeaways on value addition, quality control, and supply chain repositioning. The second session, Reimagining Tea, Strengthening Synergies for Global Leadership, discussed evolving production models around the world in Sri Lanka, Africa, North and South India, which focus on cost optimization in supply chain through inclusive collaboration for sharing best practices and innovation, unified research efforts, advocating for shift towards synergetic industry-wide action to reimagine tea industry's potential, as well as a push for consumption by marketing tea as a health beverage. The speakers also mentioned about focus on quality improvement and premiumization and innovation in the product and marketplace to cater to changing consumer preferences. The speakers also stressed on the need for synchronizing the policy making benefiting all stakeholders. The speakers were able to give insights into Kenyan markets where the production model is evolving towards quality, where drop in production and improvement in quality is resulting in improved auction offtakes and prices. We also had insights into the expansion of tea in the rural areas of China and the domestic tea consumption pattern in China. We can conclude that tea will endure, but the business model must evolve, and the future lies in premiumization, health positioning, sustainability, and immersive consumer experiences. The third session, Global Tea Insights, Consumer Trends and Taste, gave the audience a bird's eye view of the changing preferences and trends across the globe. Irrespective of the market or the geography, we can conclude beyond doubt that the industry as a whole needs to realign its strategies, taking into consideration the innovations around the world, especially in rebranding tea, not just as a traditional century-old drink, but as a multifaceted global beverage with health and wellness benefits, including GLP-1, a lifestyle drink in various forms, but not limited to matcha, RTD, and functional tea. The session also dwelled on the importance of improving the perception of value of tea to improve the consumer's willingness to pay more and moving towards higher value than volume alone. The fourth session, Ideating Technologies, Invigorating Sustainable Pathways for the Future of Tea, dwelled into what we could look at in terms of carbon markets, regen agri, cutting-edge technology as far as genetic modification to benefit the tea industry. We also looked at the carbon calculator tool, and most importantly, I think, the session on how we could monetize carbon credits for the tea industry. I think that was one of the best sessions. And there is a big hope for us that if we can get our act right, as far as the baseline studies are concerned, there is scope for actually monetizing carbon for the plantation industry. The fifth session was on the future of tea, innovative practices for value addition and branding. This session explored current market scenarios and emerging trends. The insight from the speakers were about making tea aspirational and premium, elevate tea through luxury cues and storytelling, strengthening the position of tea as wellness, highlight hydration, immunity, and heart health benefits, engaging young India, making tea fun, cool, and convenient through innovative and standardized formats, restoring pride and heritage, celebrate tea as India's cultural identity. Most importantly, producers, marketers, the tea board, and policymakers must work collectively to nurture the industry and ensure tea does not lose its luster. The highlight was the summing up of the session by the marketing guru, Mr. Harish Bhatt, on falling in love with tea again, and the mantra of tea verse with the 5 levers, which I think all stakeholders in the industry, including the government, tea board, and these stakeholders across the value chain need to come together to promote consumption. If we can improve the per capita consumption from 840 grams today by even 100 grams, we would have a demand of almost 140 million additionally coming into the Indian market. That could change the game for the entire stakeholders across the value chain, from the producers to the marketers. These deliberations have given us a wealth of insights and will certainly create a roadmap for the future of tea. Before I conclude, I wish to extend my heartfelt gratitude to all the esteemed speakers, delegates, invitees, and officials who have made this convention a grand success. Your presence, your participation, and your perspectives have been invaluable. Thank you very much.